think this is the problem here, right there. I need a hole through that wall, and I need all this shit in there so I can actually get on with trying to sort this place out. Good evening, welcome to the brewery. It is 7:30 on a Monday evening. I'm not normally here at 7:30 on a Monday evening, but I took the opportunity after day job to come down, have a little poke around, because there's some things that have been bubbling away in there that I need to attend to. And I just thought I'd give you a quick update, midweek update, because I've not spoken to you for a couple of weeks. In terms of the expansion into the store next door, the skip, Brian's skip, is about half full. He's taking his time. Unfortunately, it's leaving me not a lot of time to get prepped for this open day thing, so that might not happen. I'm praying that it will. But if I don't get the keys for another couple of weeks, which I think is realistic, then for me to turn that space into some sort of usable bar and get my license variation changed, because it's not going to be the same layout as it is now, we'll need to do that. Then it might be a bit of a challenge, so fingers crossed, but I'm not hopeful. Let's give you a bit of an update what's going on inside. We have still got absolutely no room for anything. I just duck on the way in because I've banged my head. 2 years I've been here. Banged my head twice on that today. The new to me anyway, new tank is still there, uncleaned, not touched, not a chance. It's just getting in the way at the moment, and as you can see, we've got no room for nothing. So even trying to hold an open day of some sort in here, I don't think is I don't think it's going to happen, is it? Unless I've got somewhere else to store stuff. I've just been working on the cold rooms, making sure that they're set and ready to rock, and they are. So that's all ready to go. As soon as the weather heats up a little bit more, then we'll get that on. It's been on and running, so I know it works. And we got the temp, in fact I did it at the weekend, we got the temperature down to about 6.5 degrees in there, so that's lovely. It will struggle again in the summer, and as part of the move we are looking for a bigger cold room, something not quite so, well, like a shed made by me. So I've spotted one up near Blackpool, and we're going to take a look at it. I've just got to find out when, because it's about an hour and a half for me to get there, and I can't really nip out of lunchtime for that kind of thing. So we're going to have to find a spot after work or very early in the morning to go take a look, or at the weekend when I should be here brewing. Anyway, we'll have to work it out. That's much bigger. It's modular. You can make it into any shape or size that you want, but essentially the same principle. It's a big insulated room with a doofer at the end for blowing cold air through. We've got some kegs on gas in here. Hopefully this is the last time I'm going to have to do this, because the results have been a bit hit and miss. When it works great. When it doesn't work, you end up delivering a less than sparkling beer to a pub, and having to swap it. So you know, they're pretty good about it. They know we're still getting our heads around this format in keg. So but you can't do it too many times. It needs to be right. Having pubs with flat beer, having to carbonate it themselves essentially is not the deal that they want. So the other problem with that is I'm canning from them, and here's the yield. This is terrible. I've never had one this bad before. This is the entire yield from one keg, 30 litres of Mergy Straight, which I was producing to go into stock for you guys to consume. And I daren't do the other one. I mean, basically we ended up with, it was a bucket of foam, now it's a bucket of beer. And that's the second one. I tipped one away. It's temperature or gas pressure related. I don't know what. I think a bit of both. And I'm wasting my life making constant adjustments. So we've got to think of a better solution. And I've got one partially in the form of this tank, which you've seen before. This was the tank that we had off Sean at Tom's Tap and Brew House in Crewe, formerly known as Daisy. We've called it Tom because it's easier to remember. And basically this is a 400 litre Grundy tank, but they are pressure rated. And based on this little chart over here that I've showed you before too, if I can get the temperature down to 4 or 5 degrees, and I want carbonation of 2.6, 2.7, which is a bit high for some of our beers, but we lose 0.2 in the transfer to keg. So 2.6, 2.7 at 5 degrees gives me 14 to 15 psi. And those of you that are familiar with the conversion from psi to bar know that's about 1 bar. We have about 1 bar on the gauge, hooked up to the gas bottle. And if I just drop the camera down a bit lower, it's a bit dark down here, sorry, you'll see we have got a carb stone with bubbles going up and into the tank. So that's very gently carbonating. It's been on for 24 hours. I took a little sample before, it's just about done. So I think 2 days on that, we'll reach that equilibrium where the beer's basically got as much CO2 as it can hold at a given temperature. And then we can have a little play. Either try and hook this tank directly up to the can filler, or rack the tank contents into kegs, which will already be carbonated then. I don't have to carb them in that little room, and we can just pop them onto the machine as and when we need to fill 55, 60 cans or whatever we're getting out of it. Fingers crossed, that's the plan. So I'll come back tomorrow just to check that one more time, and then we can knock the gas off and decide what we want to do. Brew house is all cleaned down after the last brew, which was Moston Dragon, which is in there. Currently about 800 litres. It's about a week and a day in. So middle of this week we'll start the cold crash, drop the finings in, and that will go, almost all of it will go into cask, because I've got plenty of cans of Moston Dragon right now on the web store, as you might see. This tank had the stout, which is now in there, minus 10 casks that we filled yesterday on Sunday, and what remains is the worst soiling I've seen for a while. This thing erupted, went crazy. You can see it's absolutely rammy. The reason I've not cleaned it yet is I didn't want to get in it with the wellies on and the shovel, so we are currently just draining out very slowly the yeast into the bucket. And if I leave that overnight, by the morning, or well, evening time when I come back, the bucket will be full and the tank will be mostly empty. I get the pressure washer on it then, and we can run the CIP clean in place to blast it with some hot caustic and get it ready for the next brew. Ingredients all ready for the next brew. Over here we've got, oh, can I get to it? I don't think I can now. We've got all of the ingredients that we need. Over there, that's all extra pale malt. Down there, these are all at the bottom anyway, Marisotta, and all the extra bits and bobs. My lager stuff is there as well for a little lager experiment. I need one more sack of German Pilsner, because I don't think I've ordered enough, unless I scale the volume down and just do 3/4 of a batch or something. We'll work it out anyway. And these are all rinsed but need cleaning, mostly kegs. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 casks, but for the Moston I'm going to need another 10 or 11. So that's Elliot's job for tomorrow. Get himself out round the neighbourhood and see if we can go pick up some empties from pubs. So if you are at one of our pubs and you've got empties, let me know, because we'll probably turn up anyway, but it just makes him plan the journey a bit better if he knows where they are. Got some stickers, some new ones. I mentioned Pommy's Hut, I think, last time, or did I? I'm not, oh, maybe I didn't. Pommy's Hut in Australia sent me a sticker. Thank you, Pommy's Hut. Brew.com sent me, or gave me, a hat and a sticker and crisp. I've not got them on. Chris gave me some socks, crisp socks, and a couple of stickers. So thank you for your merch and freebies. It's very nice of you. And Sarah, my beloved, that's a bit Victorian, isn't it? My beloved. My beloved, well, she is my beloved. has been worried about me because I'm super stressy. And she's not wrong. It's not intentional, and it's not like I'm depressed about anything, but I'm just anxious about a few things, and I shouldn't be. We're here for a laugh. It's not my living. It is a business because it has to be a business. But it's not the be all and end all, and I'm obsessing about it now, and I need to calm down a bit and take some time off and just chill a little bit. So we're going to do that in the next few weeks. We'll have a few days away and go and whatever, go have a city break or whatever. It doesn't matter, does it? Just switch off. What's making me anxious is this. Let me show you the problem. See that wall? It should be a hole into next door, and then all this stuff and that should be in there, and it should be in there by now, and it isn't, and it's annoying me now. I can't do anything. We just can't do a single thing that we need to do without some floor space now. I can't get people down to have a beer in the premises because where are they going to go? It's just not practical for customers. As far as brewing is concerned, we've got all the brew gear wedged into this half here because I need the space here. And although it might look cool on video, trust me, it's a pain in the arse when you've got your fermenters here and your brew house here, and you can't get behind anything and you can't clean anything. The floor's all over the place. The water runs the wrong way. Stuff pools. I need to get this kit out. We didn't know that at the start, did we? I need to get this kit lifted, put a slight fall in this floor, or at least smooth it so it doesn't pool towards the edges. Put some washable covering of some sort, tiles or PVC panels or something, steel panels on that back wall, stainless panels, so that we can wipe down and wash down. None of this stuff's absolutely necessary. Just with the time that I've got available, I need to be able to clean quickly. I need to be able to get the floor looking nice quickly. And to clean this floor it's 3 to 4 hours to clean this floor properly. And I just don't have that amount of time. We need a better configuration, so I've got access for things, and the liquids run towards the drain properly. And then when they get in the drain, I need them to actually leave the building, because at the moment it sits in the drain like that because it's falling the wrong way. Phil the plumber is going to help me with that, but I've said don't yet till we've got that unit, because I might want to extend that track, that duct, whatever it's called, floor drain, through the wall into there, and then we'll get it falling the right way. So all these little things which were nothing, insignificant when we set up, have now come to bite me. And not doing the floor properly. Oh, just whack a bit of epoxy down. No, don't whack a bit of epoxy down. Do it properly. Get the floor ground smooth, fall in the right way if you're going to do this. For us it was cost. For you it might be time, but do it. If I don't get this thing going, we're going to have all summer like this. We're going to miss the opportunity to open up, get a few people round and do what we wanted to do. Trade sales are lousy. That's not helping either. It's not really picked up much. Can sales are okay when we've got cans, but if trade sales are going to continue at the level that they are, then we need to be putting a few beers in glasses and handing them over to customers ourselves. The local, regular, loyal pubs that we've got, brilliant. They've just continued as they are, more or less, but the occasional ones have sort of stopped. And the reason that we're being given is some of the other breweries are bombing the price, giving it away, super duper deals and whatnot. And you can see the number of breweries closing down. It's ugly at the moment. You don't need to be giving it away. You're just going to drive your own business into the ground. So we're not going to trash the price. We're not giving it away. We're not putting it up either. But I think you should be looking at me for this section, shouldn't you? There you go. Let's just turn it over. Right, enough of me whining. Anyway, enough of me being a whinger. It's not that bad. It just could be so much better, and that's why I'm annoyed. Because, progress is stifled and it's out of my control. Nothing I can do about it. So fingers crossed, Brian will get moved out, we can get moved in, and then we can start to move forward. We're still, you know, relatively still doing okay. We've still not had to put any money in the business since day one. The beer that we sell covers the cost of the stuff that we've done. We might be challenged with that, with the cold room and next door, but you know, I won't be spending anything that we can't afford to lose, which has been the, you know, the motto from day one. So fingers crossed, we won't have to spend a lot. We'll beg, borrow and steal like we have done previously. We'll keep you posted anyway. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.